Alright, here we go. Now that the tent fly is on, I'll show you all the upgrades that I made to it besides the easton poles that it has. These are made by Night Eyes, these little doodads here. And what you do is you feed the line in through the back, and all you do to tighten them is just give them a pull, which is pretty handy. And it seems to bear the load on the tent pretty good too. I actually should have set this up a little this way. Do that right now. Like that. That's better. So those are cam jams by that Night Eyes. Then I also upgraded the line itself to this Night Eyes reflective cording that you see. Hey, there's that guy again. And then there's this little window again that I showed in the last video, which is actually pretty cool. I guess it's designed to pick the wind up from the front of the tent and let it exit out the back for ventilation if the fly's on. The fly's large enough that you can stake it out wide like this if you wanted to, or tighter to the ground to keep the air from moving through or whatever. And then there's the nice vestibule door. But all of this has been, what's the word, engineered? Huh? Awesome. Anyway, there it is. All the poles have been replaced with the tent pole technologies. All the cording replaced with Night Eyes reflective cording. You can probably see it reflect here somewhat. Can't tell. I can see it in the day. I don't know whether the video is going to pick that up. That's some pretty good stuff. But these cam jams are just as neat as they can be. I love them. And they're not as expensive as you think. They ran about $2 1/4 a piece. There's a guy on eBay selling them, and they consistently go, he puts them up for $5.95, and you can bid on them. It's someplace out of New York. You can bid on them consistently and you'll win them. Now obviously this is not for backpacking and stuff, because you know, if you're doing heavy backpacking, this kind of stuff would weigh too much. This tent is not a back-to-packing tent by any stretch. I suppose it could be if one of you was carrying the tent. The whole tent, when it comes from the manufacturer, with the cheesy stakes, those little wire things that I also replaced. I just didn't use them today. I've got MSR Cyclone stakes for it. But my intention is to go to North Carolina mountains with it. My other tent is just too big. You can't use a family lodge.
There you go. Stand right here, you get the reflective.
Can you?
Stand right here, you can get the reflective on the back.
No, you can see it on the tent right there too. I mean, I don't know whether you can see it on the video. See see that wire? This one right here needs to be out straight. See? I think these actually need to be straight. Quite honestly, like this. I think I probably set it up a little wrong. This is the only second time I set this tent up, so. Oh, that's better. Well, it's supposed to pull taut from one end to the other, and I don't think we set it up entirely correctly. Like this is not right. These should be pulled away from the tent. Like this. That's the way it should be. These cam jams also pull the load on the tent pretty cool too. So all in all, with all its upgrades, I got a little more than $200 in the tent. But I've learned after more than 20 years of camping, buying really, really expensive tents is not really, really worth it. Now, aside from your mountaineering stuff and things like that, I get that. But I mean, it's just general use, day-to-day camping. These tents will last an enormously long time. It's taken care of. I've waterproofed it. I've made all these upgrades to it. The tent poles were a definite plus. Coleman poles are just garbage. Sorry, Coleman, but it's the truth. All in all, I like it. See you later.